CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop. CHICKEN. Use the code.
Guys, the Chickens here. We're back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're busting out the checklist. We got all of our notes here. I want to go over warship ideas to make the game better. Some cool ideas that I think would be fun to add. Some of them a little bit out there, but other ones more kind of realistic changes that we could kind of implement right now. Guys, if you like these ideas, make sure that you use the code CHICKEN in the shop. I am doing a giveaway every couple months just to get back to those of you that use the code. So just let me know that you used it in the comments or send me a screenshot on any of the social medias linked in the video description box. Also, make sure to subscribe because we are going to be going live as soon as Season 18 kicks off. That is going to be at like 4 a.m. Eastern Monday morning. 3 a.m. actually. 3 a.m. Eastern Monday morning. Oh, man, that's going to be... it's going to be fun, but yeah, we're going to do it, and it's going to be great, so make sure to stick around for that. So, let's get into some... My ear's itchy. Let's get into some PvP on the main base. We'll attack these bases that have been sitting there for... I don't want to know. A long amount of time. So we're going to do some all-scorcher attacks with Bullet and the Shock Knuckles. And let's get into our first point, guys. So... the first idea I want to talk about is something I mentioned in another video, but I figured I'd throw it in here again. I'll be quick on it since I already explained it, but it might be better for those that haven't heard it yet. This is what I like to call Treasure Island. So this is what would happen very randomly, extremely rare in in matchmaking. So it would match you up with an island. It wouldn't actually be a fight, but just very rarely. Maybe once a season if you're really lucky, but maybe more so once every... we'll say once every, I don't know, 4,000 attacks or something, you have a chance of getting it rolling this island. And all it is it's just a bunch of free tokens and it's a bunch of free keys. So it would be a way to really kind of pump into your tech tree and, help you advance if you are struggling a little bit or just get you up to that next kind of tier, that category. I think that would be really interesting to see. I think it would be a lot of fun. It would be very exciting to hit the Treasure Island. Yeah, and it would be really cool. I think that's a... I feel like there's no downside to that, because making it so rare would be like, oh, well, Chicken, you can't just hand out a bunch of keys and tokens to everybody. The idea is not, it would be such a small amount of people that actually were able to unlock it, it wouldn't actually affect anything. So that's the first idea. And let me know what you guys think of these ideas, and if you have better ideas, make sure to let me know down below in the comments, and I'll pin them, and we will share them with Supercell if they are good enough, of course. I don't know how far that'll get, but... it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. So the next point is Warship Heroes and Tech Tree brackets. So this is something I was thinking of would be interesting. I like the idea of having the Warship space separated from the main base. And I'm not saying to kill the main base. I'm actually going to touch on that in my last point. I think what would be really cool is if they had specific Warship Heroes that you didn't necessarily have to unlock. And say the whole tech tree was kind of separated in brackets by these heroes. So say for the first third of the tech tree, you have like the basic hero. You have a hero that's that's okay, that has some minor special abilities, and it just helps you kind of get through the base and allows the players that don't have instant training to at least make sure they're clearing all the engine rooms, but doesn't necessarily provide a distinct advantage. And we move on to the second bracket of the tech tree, which unlocks for free the next level hero. A little bit stronger, a little bit faster, a little bit better, a little bit more useful, better abilities. Could be used with, multiple amounts of troops. And the idea behind this is to kind of make more troops viable than just heavy choppers, bombers, and heavy rushes at the beginning. Spice it up a little bit, maybe change their abilities every season so they work better with other troops versus the same troops. Yeah, and then, we move on to the final bracket, the last tier of the season. Obviously, if the season length ever changes past 22 days, you could add in more or less, just as an idea. And then the last hero, pretty strong, kind of primarily works with whatever that troop meta is, more for competitive play than just general gameplay. And, maybe a little bit harder to use, but more beneficial to the specific troops that are being used in that season. So yeah, I think that to be kind of, it's a very basic kind of overview of how I think it could work. Obviously, not an easy thing to implement. I wouldn't imagine. I don't know anything about game development, but I imagine it wouldn't be an easy thing to develop by any means. But nonetheless, I think it's a pretty interesting idea. So let me know what you guys think. Also, of course, in the comments. And moving on to the next point, more realistic. I think the matchmaking needs to be revamped. Whether that is gutting the current system completely and swapping it out, or my idea was simply to make it more, and this is all being said without really knowing the intricacies of how it works. From what I understand, it's almost solely based on stars and engine rooms, mostly stars and engine rooms, but not really much else. From our experience, that seems to always be different, but that's what that's what we've been told. That's what we understand it to be. So, if it could be based more on tech level, so it's less. We just want to get away from when you unlock something, you're instantly matched up with people that already have that plus more things. You know what I mean? Like whatever they have to do to bring it back to the point where you unlock something and that gives you, a pretty good advantage for a few days. Even if you didn't rush to get it. Now, I don't know how tricky that is. I'm not going to pretend like I know how the specifics of that will work, but there needs to be more feeling of general progress in Warships and less feeling of, I know I'm going to say it again, less feeling of grindiness throughout the season, because it needs to be more fun to play and a little bit less grindy, in my opinion, to be fun and to remain popular. Okay, last point. Last point. I think you guys are going to like this one. So, the main base needs to affect Warships a lot more. More than just a simple paywall behind the Admiral's Key. That's not, that's not, there's incentive there to upgrade your HQ, but not hugely. I feel like they could be doing I feel like they could be doing a lot more with the main base in regards to Warships, because right now it does feel like they're separated, aside from the stupid Admiral's Key that just simply blocks players from having the full Warships experience unless they pay $5 or whatever it is. I don't like that model at all. I think it's very stupid. Not very stupid, that's a little bit harsh, but I feel like they could do so much more with it. That's why it's kind of, I don't know, it seems kind of silly. Like, let's look at the proto tokens, for example. So we go to the daily event, and we have these things. We have the proto tokens to unlock that, seem like a cool idea. Nobody really does anything with them. You use them to upgrade your proto troops, but, most of the proto troops, like, it's not really that important, because, once you're maxed out, your armory's maxed, and, so it's not super important for the, I feel like they could use that same kind of structure and make it Warships based, and I don't know exactly how that would work, whether it's simply more keys and tokens. I think that would be a super easy way to do it. Say when the Warship season is active, right? If you take on Dr. T for that day, you get 400,000, scale it to where you are for what chest that you currently have. But if you take down the event, you get an extra chest, right? You clear your map, you get 2 chests. Something like that, I think, would be one, easy to do, and I don't feel like there's a lot of people that just play Warships and don't play the main base. I feel like the chicken is a bit of an outlier, however you say it, in that aspect, but at the same time, like, not just based on that, I still think it's kind of a cool idea just to get people playing both, and then there's more talk, and it's like, okay, like, you got to take Dr. T, maybe make it more challenging. You got to clear your map, you get 3 wins, or sorry, you get 3 losses and then you're out, or you got to clear the daily event in one go, something like that. You can get a chest plus an extra one if you do the if you do it all in one go with 0 deaths. Something like that. You could do the same thing in operations. You take down an operation map with your task force. You get another Warships chest. You get 50 keys. You get 500,000 tokens for the next season. They do it with warships in the main base. They do it in reverse. By completing the warship season, you get a bunch of power powder that you're only able to use in the main base. So I think just simply reversing that as well and making it apply to warships only makes sense. So, guys, let me know what you think of that down below in the comment section. I am going to be looking at the comments closely on this one and pinning the good ones. And yeah, I hope that you guys have some great ideas. Look forward to reading it. But yeah, that's all I got for this one, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Subscribe to the channel. We're going live in a few days. Season 18 is just around the corner. Sneak peeks are going to be dropping soon. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. We'll see you next one, guys. Checking out. Back.